All right. Hi, Ground Fog. How's it going? Appreciate you joining tonight. Just trying another round of the uh, uh, Let's Talk Fishing uh, podcast or episode or whatnot. And I want to try using that Go Live feature. I was able to connect on another device and do a dual view. And what I want to do this round is see if anyone would be able to join. Certainly join. We can talk some, maybe some Q&A. If not, I got some topics I wanted to go through, and maybe that might get a few questions or maybe some additional comments from some of the folks on the call here or on the live stream. But before I go there, I need a little bit pick me up because I'm a little tired right now. So I'm gonna have a little coffee. Okay. So bear with me. Just going to use the old single serve Keurig machine, and I am using that Hollyland wireless lav mic, supposed to cut down on uh, the noise, background noise. I got my compressor back there on right now, and I've got the coffee brewing as well. So with that, while that's cooking up, let me go ahead and see if I can go over some, let's see, trending questions. I went and asked AI some trending questions about fishing that I could use for this particular live stream, a Q&A live stream, talking about fishing in general. And let's move this over. And so what it came up with was, I got some beginner-friendly questions, also some gear and trends for 2025. What else was on the list here? Techniques and tips, and then fun and seasonal things. And it suggests that I go through these, and maybe that might, stem or a question may come up from the audience here. So let's go with a beginner-friendly question. What are the essential items a beginner needs to start fishing without spending too much? Let's see, rod reel combo, basic tackle, line, hooks, great for new viewers. Okay. Well, I guess there's a lot of debate here that can happen. When you say rod reel combo, you really have to ask is what type of fishing they're doing. And one of the questions I typically get asked is, what's a beginner or what's a good combo to use, let's say, to get started in fly fishing or in bait finesse or some of these other techniques and whatnot. And the real question then is, the individual wants to start getting ready to go and do some fishing and whatnot. And the first question I usually ask is what are they fishing for? Before I'd recommend a rod reel combo. And then, so what are they fishing for? Also, location, where are they going to particularly be when they are fishing? Because I've seen a lot of times when different forums and suggestions come in on social media where everyone nearly got some coffee, where someone says, I'm new to fly fishing. Can you suggest a great starter or a good beginner outfit combo? And you'll just hear a bunch of questions or answers come in. And a lot of times it's based on the person's own experience, because who's going to suggest something that they've never tried? So they're going to tell you stuff that they use. I mean, I would do the same thing. I will tell you this is what I currently use and I like it. But is that really the answer to your question? In this case, I want to get started in fly fishing. What is a good combo to get started with? So I usually ask a question on top of that before I recommend something, and usually the person will say either they're fishing freshwater, saltwater, the different species and whatnot that they're going for. I'm going pond fish. I'll be in the river. I'll be fishing this and that. I'm targeting trout, etc. And then I'll be able to at least suggest something. But some key rules of thumb, especially with fly fishing, a lot of times I'll see someone just starting out and right away they get this huge 8-weight combo, 9-foot, 10-foot, whatever, and a real heavy outfit. And what ends up happening is they end up giving up fly fishing because it's a little bit too hard for them in some cases. And what I would suggest is uh, something more on a 4 or 5 weight if you're going to be fishing ponds, maybe something bigger, six weight, 9 foot. Those seem to be a good standard if you're going to be fishing, let's say, freshwater ponds and rivers and whatnot. So like all around, if I only had one choice to be fishing initially, meaning it'll be like I'll have this fly fishing outfit for you know years, if not a decade or more, before I actually even um, start even thinking of purchasing something else. Basically, one fishing rod, one fly fishing rod. What would I pick? I'd probably go with a 6 weight, 9 foot, with a weight forward fly line because I like that weight forward fly line capability. So I'm not talking any of the specialty fishing gear, but basically, uh, a fast action 9 foot, uh, 6 weight that has enough backbone to get some of those bigger fish and basically turning their heads and on their initial run, like in the case of striped bass. And then at the same time, I can do double duty and I can target some small panfish, if not some small stalker trout and whatnot. And then, oh, by the way, I can still take it to the coast and maybe do some fishing, be it on some inshore fishing and whatnot. So if I just had one fly rod, fly reel, etc., that's what I would have: a 6 weight weight forward fly line. Uh, for the reel, I'm one of these ones. I don't really use the reel that much. It's more of a line holder, but when I do need a good drag, uh, uh, you know, pretty much any one of the name brands out there are going to be fine. Uh, like I was saying earlier, personally, someone's gonna, I'll tell you what I do, and from there, you can take away from it. But I bought the whole Echo Ion fly reel line. Comes in a 2 3 weight, the 4 5, the 6 7, 7 9, 8 10, 10 12. I got them all. That's how much I like that reel. I've seen some reviews where someone's saying, "Oh, it broke on the first try. It did this or that." I saw it on Amazon. I've seen it posted elsewhere, but I've not had any issues. The 4 5 weight, I really beat up. There's one video I did where I was having trouble with my I think my hand or whatnot, and somehow I was jamming the rod butt up against me, and I loosened the reel seat, and lo and behold, I dropped the fly reel in the water as I'm fishing, and it got some sand and grit in there. I kept fishing. Next thing I know, I feel it locking it up. I take a look at it, and I realize I've got all that sand and whatnot in there. And being a nice freshwater stream, I just kind of just dumped the whole reel in the river, and sure enough, it's good to go. All right, and when I got home, I threw some WD-40 on it. Let's see, where is that? Oh, it's a 4 weight. Let's see, where did I put it? Classic trout. It was on the classic trout Reddington. I wonder if I put it up in here. We can. Let's see. I got a bunch of gear, but bottom line, yeah. If I was posed that question, I only have one choice of one fly rod, etc. That's what I would do. Now let's just say, uh, from an ultralight bait casting standpoint, that's a specialty thing that you kind of play that by ear. Uh, let's see. What other questions? Anyone have any questions? Anyone want to join? Just certainly ping me, and I believe I put the link to join in the um in the chat. In fact, I'll go ahead and try it right now. I did this yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? Yesterday, forget when now. Where it's this other feature where I can hit join, and I'll get pinged here. I'll add it. Okay, and now there'll be two of us. And I gotta make sure. I gotta cover up the volume here. So this is a dual live stream, is what I call it, and it's this join live whatever together thing. And what I like about this is I can kind of show you, some gear in particular. All right, I could do it here also, but if anyone wants to join, I can drop off and you can. I think it'll put you in the queue, and I'll see if you're able to join. Let me. Oh, wait. I gotta grab something real quick. Yeah, what happens is when you dual live stream, I'm gonna get feedback, so I gotta block the iPad device so you don't hear. Oh, wait a minute. You don't hear all that noise. Hello? Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so I've got this view, and I got this view for you. And if anyone wants to join, I can drop off on that other channel, and I can have you join if you want to do some live Q&A. All right. But for now, I figured I'll just take us through some demo stuff. Just really see if I can, trigger some questions that you may have fishing related. And I did get hit with the question about the Ligma rod the other day, and then sure enough, bang, got me. Okay. All these different funny things that they do to you when you're live streaming. But hey, that's what happens. Live streaming, things happen. All right. I need to change glasses too. All right. Bear with me. I got my jacket on because it's cold here. Temperature dropped here. We're in Texas and we went below freezing the other day. I did go fishing, let's see, yesterday. Only got one trout. Bummer. And but it was a nice size trout. It was one that took me off guard. I was thinking it was going to be one of these small stalker trout. It turned out being about 11, 12 inch. I caught him on this thing. All right. So speaking of ultralight bait casting, this is that Flight Feather right here. Flight Feather bait caster. Okay. And Bait Finesse Systems style. It's made by Flight Feather and it's called the Kingfisher. Okay. Some people don't like the color on it. It is kind of gaudy, but it's supposed to mimic the Kingfisher bird coloration. All right. I've got some 2-pound test on it. This is 2-pound Stren Lightning or Ice something. What do you call it? Brand or whatever. And have to be really careful because it can go under the spool. Okay, even though it's got some tight tolerances, it can go under the spool. And additionally, if you get any nicks, it'll definitely get cut fairly quickly. So there's not much line on there, but I used it yesterday. Got one on there. I had a couple of hits using this rooster tail, 1/16 ounce rooster tail. But the main thing that ended up happening was, I had to put a split shot on, put some trout bait, and that's how I ended up getting them. But it was weird. I first started out. Let me go grab them. These are the lures I used yesterday to just get that one. Or well, actually, I didn't get any with these, but I'll show you here in a moment. All right. And again, if you want to join, go to my channel. I put in the comment section on Average Angler Life the link to join if you want to do a live Q&A session. We can do some question and answer, etc. Talk about anything fishing. As long as it's fishing related, it's within the community guidelines. Okay. So that is the stuff that I brought with me, at least lure-wise, what I brought with me to that pond yesterday. Okay. It's a new pond that they had stocked. I think it was either Friday or Saturday. And I first started out with a super duper, gold super duper. All right. It was working previously and might as well stick to what's working. And that's what I had initially used right here. Gold Super Duper. All right, Gold Super Duper. And this is one. As long as you fish it slow, you seem to get some steady bites and steady action. But in this case, I got a no go on that one. Also got a no go on the Copper Super Duper. Okay, Copper. And then I did a Rainbow Trout um, version of it. Okay, and that has seemed to work in the past as well, depending on the conditions and whatnot. So I kind of started flipping through, and I was denied as well. Okay, that's the rainbow trout one, kind of a rainbow trouty look. All right. I got some more of these guys here. All right. So I did switch over to, let's see, Mepps Anglia inline spinner. All right. These things weigh they're fairly light, 1/16 ounce or so. And, uh, this little bait caster, ultralight BFS style thing, no problem. I did go with a longer rod. This is that Magic L, Handing Magic L rod. It's 6 foot. I do have the 4.5. I kind of decided to go with the longer rod mainly because I broke the tip on that one, and it's now a 4 foot 3 inch rod. So what happened there was one of those classic things where I'm fishing and I got snagged and I pulled it loose and the lure just kind of popped back and hit the tip just perfect, and bang, I lost the tip on that one. All right, here's the Mepps Anglia. I went with a gold color. I should have probably tried something different initially since gold wasn't working with that Super Duper. So lesson learned, I needed to switch to another color. All right. And then I did try the silver right there, and no takers there. And then let's see. I did try the trout magnet as well. Oh, no, no, I didn't try a trout magnet. I skipped that one. Uh, but they did. I got a couple of hits on this 1/16 ounce rooster tail right here with the kind of black dressing on it. Okay. But what ended up happening was I got him on a split shot, uh, a treble hook, and some dough bait, trout glitter dough bait. Okay. But what was weird was normally once you get one, usually you'll get another, and it was slim pickings, just the one, and that was it. And even later, as the evening, I fished till about sunset. As the evening or as the afternoon progressed into sunset, I could see all these trout just started dimpling the surface, if not jumping out of the water, chasing something. And normally, I can cast a super duper and just kind of drag it up near the surface, and bang, I'll get hits. Well, they didn't want that, so I may have to make some adjustments next time I go out there. All right, anyone have any questions? Put in the chat. I'm watching. If you want to join the chat, go back to my channel and take a look at that one post in the comments section. I commented on there what the link is. It's pretty easy to join too. You hit the button or you hit the link, and I'll get a deal here. All right, and I can drop off pretty quickly. So much. I can just hit this button here. Where'd it go? I can hit remove, and then it takes me back here. Okay, and it gives me a little message here saying thank you for joining. Okay, but I can always come back too. All right. So anyone want to be on the chat or on the live stream, certainly do. Introduce yourself and everything. I'm open forum basically. The only thing I ask is stay within community guidelines and let's talk fishing. All right. All right. Let me go back on here so we can get that double view again. Okay. I'm gonna have to hit the mute button on my dealie here. Okay. Oh man. What is this? I'm seeing a bunch of stuff that just popped up. Let's see. Top chat, live. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Wow, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Ground fog. And I didn't see all this. That's weird. Okay. Wow, we got some folks just popping a bunch of stuff in there. Wow, it looks like got some gifts and some donations. Appreciate it, everyone. Holy cow, I didn't know that. Wow, it was weird. And maybe it's because I was in this other dealie here. Switch back to top chat. Oh wow. You guys are oh, really appreciate it. Nice. Okay. Uh okay, so going back, let's see. We love fishing. He's a good dude. Don't troll. Don't troll. Okay, yeah, thanks. Don't troll me. Uh, I got trolled and I got hit yesterday with that that one uh, fishing rod thing. Okay. Uh, all right. So let's go and talk some more fishing related questions. So maybe I'll just go rehash some of the questions that have come up over the years. There was one about what I want to get started fly fishing. What should I start with? My recommendation, because the individual said he was going to be fishing mainly some ponds as well as rivers, the occasional trout, freshwater. I kind of pointed him over to a 4 or 5 weight outfit. Um, Another individual was asking about the same thing, but he was also going to be doing some striped bass and maybe hit the coast fishing, maybe some red drum and whatnot. So I pointed him more to a 6 weight, but in both cases, 9 foot um, weight forward fly line. Okay, you can get a double taper. You can get the level line for someone first starting out. It's definitely a lot harder. To cast a level line. Double taper, a long time since I used a double taper. And what I'm saying is the double taper for fly fishing is you have your running section, and then you have a what do you call it? In the case of a weight forward, the line is going to be thicker, closer to where you would attach your leader and your tippet and your fly, and then you'll have a thinner running section. Weight forward just means it's going to be up forward where it'll help get that cast out. The weight of that fly line is heavier on the end. It'll be easier um, to get distance casting as well as getting an easier cast in. The other thing is uh, with a level line, just think of it as just a straight level line. And I have some. In fact, one came with one of the discount rods that I picked up from Amazon on a whim. Uh, but the the way forward is just a good rule of thumb to use if you're going to get started in fly fishing. Just make it much easier. There's other things you're going to be having to learn about fly fishing. Last thing you want to do is have to worry about your line and everything. But I do recommend that if you had to spend more on a fly fishing combo in general, focus more on that fly line. A good quality fly line is what you need to get started. And you upgrade your fly rod, your fly reel, you move that fly line to it, pretty readily. Um, I think I demoed in one piece where I'm showing how I'm casting with just the fly line. That's a quality fly line. I think I paid like 60, $80 for it. This is like 10, 15 years ago. And you'll see me where I'm casting and the line is just paying out and I'm getting like a 20-foot cast, 30-foot, or no, more like a 20-foot cast uh, just with the fly line. Okay. The other thing to keep in your back pocket, in the case of a double taper, really, I think my old school narrow reel fly reels where you have to put a lot of backing on there just to get it, uh, I guess, to kind of mimic the current large arbor reels that you see out there. Uh, that one I had a double taper, and I've since repurposed my double taper fly lines by cutting them in half and making them pretty much a weight forward fly line. Okay, so double taper has a it's like it's tapered on both ends, and it's like you can kind of flip it around and still be able to fish it once you wear out one end. But I've very rarely. I think I've not had to throw away a fly line. I repurpose fly lines, use them for like the little micro fly rods that I put together, and those, yeah, those are pretty good. Okay, all right. This is, let me see something real quick here. Line chat, okay. Speaking of micro fly rods, let me go grab one. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Micro fly rod. Let's grab this one. Okay, this one is one I made on a whim, right here, right there. Okay, what I did was I took one of those pen fishing rods, pen meaning PEN, like writing pin, uh, and it's collapsible. Okay, all right. And the way it comes is it has this reel seat that can fit into a pin, like body like thing, and has a reel, and you fish with it and whatnot. And I was like, wait a minute, I can probably repurpose it and make my own micro fly reel. And this is the one I used to keep in my work backpack, just because there's that emergency need to go catch a fish or two while you're at your day job and you take a break. And I can quickly just pull this out and just do what I need to catch a fish or two. So because these rod guides are so thin, or not thin but narrow. Look how small that is. And they stay just as small across the board. All right, you see that? Oops, they stay small across the board. Okay, so because of that, I had to find a line or fly line that is thin enough to go through those rod guides. Okay, and what this is a repurposed running section, the thin section of a weight forward 5 weight fly line. And yeah, I've caught some decent catfish with this. A lot of sunfish, bluegill and whatnot, some little bass, you know. But it's certainly fun to just take this out and being able to, you know that you have this in your back pocket in case you need to go do a little fishy. All right. It's a fun one. Micro fly rod, I call it. I did it mainly because I was going to take up micro fishing. And the intent of micro fishing is you are fishing for catching small fish with different species. And the more species you catch, the higher your rank goes and whatnot in your own personal, tournament. Okay. And one thing I did with that was, let's see if I can find it. You want to take a picture of it just for your own purposes. And what you do then is, oh, we need to pop that down. Okay, what you do is you take a picture of it, and you first put it in one of these deals right here. Okay, it's a little tiny plastic deal. You put the water in there, you put the fish in there like so, and lo and behold, get a nice, cool looking picture of that little tiny fish that you just caught. All right. And that's microfishing. I still have this. I don't do that much microfishing that much anymore. Um, I'm mainly doing it, catching little guys so I can use it for bait. Yeah, I'm gonna use it for bait. All right. Anyone have any questions? Anyone want to join on the the live stream, I'm using that go live function or feature of YouTube, and certainly being able to join. I just got to drop off and bump you back in, or have you join in. So we talk pretty much anything as long as it's related to fishing. Okay. Let's see. Uh, what else? I am pretty happy with this new uh, wireless mic. It has a noise canceling capability. This is the one that I'm going to be using for. I call it podcasting in a bag. I got several streams of it showing, and previously I had one of these USB microphones, but now I got everything in here for my podcasting or live stream interviews. So while I'm out and about, and let's say I meet one of y'all while I'm out there fishing, and you guys want to, you know, talk fishing related stuff, or you got some great tips, and I'll ask you. I'll just ask, hey, you want to do a quick live stream, and you can we can do a little Q&A, or you can give us some tips and whatnot, because uh, I'm not the expert. I'm just an avid fisherman who just likes getting the word out there. And I think the key thing is there is a lot of things out there fishing related that there's more to learn about. Uh, and in fact, it was a viewer that got me into the bait finesse style fishing, BFS. He pinged me and pretty much asked if I ever heard of it. I said no. Looked it up, and like, wait a minute, this might be a little bit fun. All right. Also, center pin fishing. Same thing there. I started taking up center pin fishing. That is one that I'm really excited about too, because it is pretty fun being able to watch your float go by in a river, and it's just set perfectly, meaning it's barely out of the surf or over the surface. And any little twitch means there's something taking your bait or your fly or whatever you're using. Um, I did that at the Blue River and was able to catch several in that manner before I switched back to fly fishing. Uh, but yeah, that certainly got me interested. I've got it back in there, and then so I'm showing you a bunch of stuff here. Back over there, a bunch of fly rods, along with some ukuleles. Your shooter loves the ukulele, so hey, yeah, you name it. Uh, I definitely like the ukulele. Here, let me grab it here. I know it's a fishing channel, but you also. All right, ukulele. All right, love it. Okay, what else is there that they want to call out? Center pick. Oh. Okay. So someone actually asked me about seeing if I can get them one of these, but unfortunately, I don't sell these. Okay. So this is the Yoyito hand line. Okay. And I think I've shown it on another video. And in fact, I was just kind of playing around with this hand line fishing. Okay. Ended up catching a decent catfish with it, like 28-inch, I believe. And hold it like so. Okay. You fight it like that. Okay. And yeah, you catch fishies. All right. And this is made out of aluminum. It's well built. Okay, machined and everything. I mean, holy cow. I was like, wow. You paid a premium for it. I think it was like 49, $50. Okay. And got this cool case. All right. That was nice. And I was like, wait a minute. While I was surfing online, I found somebody had replicated this in 3D. Okay. Bear with me. I gotta tuck this line back into the case here. Let me fix it. All right. Someone had made one of these using his 3D printer. And what? Wait, what do I have? Or back there is a 3D printer. All right. And I was like, hey, I think I can use those plans and make me one. Okay. So I did, right there. 3D printed Yojito. Okay. I have this one set up with a slip bobber. Okay. And it's a lot lighter. Feels really good. Whoever replicated this, they did really well. And it's online, fairly easy to get a hold of. And yeah, I went ahead and made one. In fact, I think I'll put out a YouTube Shorts video on the last one I made. I have one here. This is the bag that I use for my center pin gear and whatnot. And then in my day job work bag, I have an emergency hand lined one also in the dealie. What is this? Am I getting pinged? Make sure. Okay. All right. So yeah, pretty cool, isn't it? All right. Uh, let's see. Uh, since I'm starting to get punchy here on the fishing stuff, but we've got our home office or our office party coming up, and it's called the White Elephant, where you kind of pick up different gifts under within the limits of the I think the price. I think the rule was you can't get any gift cards, and I ended up getting this thing, this Ninja Express chop. All right, and I kind of wanted one. I was like, hey, why don't I go ahead and give this as a gift, and see where it takes it, because it says you can make chopped veggies, fresh salsas, dips, and dressing. Okay, Ninja Blade technology. I mean, holy cow! I really don't want to give this away as an office gift, but and who knows? Maybe I might get even better. Right? I think last time I did that, I ended up just going back and getting me what I had also given someone. Okay. Uh, oh, and to the subscribers and y'all who've been supporting me over the years, I really appreciate it. I ended up getting one of these little clappers. All right. Courtesy of you and the support that you gave the channel over the years. So really appreciate that. Uh, Again, the intent of the channel is mainly learn to fish by my trials and errors, so you don't have to make the same mistakes, and maybe you'll catch a fish or two. And yeah, it's been really fun over the years doing this. I think I did this starting in 2008, whenever YouTube came out. Yeah, and yeah, don't have a lot of folks on here, but hey, this is like my video journal to go back and figure out some of the stuff I caught over the years and what I've done, okay, or locations, places, etc. And technology wise, I'm really liking some of this stuff that is available, because I wonder if I still have it. Let me see if I got it back in here. Oh yes, I do. I think I showed this on one of these other streams. And, you know, uh, one thing about having this wireless lab mic is I can still talk with y'all as I walk around. But this is what I was using to do videos back then. It says 30 minutes of video, but once you did all the software updates and everything, 25 minutes is all you got. And it still works. It's has its own built-in USB connection here, USB A connection. Okay, and yeah, so this is what I was using, and let's see. Did I put the battery in? Let's see. Oh, I may need to put in new batteries. Let's see. Let's see. I've got more batteries here. In fact, let's go check it out. Okay. Okay, positive. Positive side up, negative side down on the other. Close it. All right. See it. Holy cow, did it die on me? It was working before. Oh, there it is. Flip, flip. All right. Okay. Look at that. That's high speed. Okay. It's got a microphone in the front and the back. Okay. And that was one thing that I really liked this thing was I could I can get some really decent video, at least back then, to post. Okay. And there I got a full 22 and 22 minutes left. 20. Oh yeah, that's high speed. Let's see how it sounds. I'll play it. That's high speed. Microphone in front and back. I like that. I could get some decent video. Oh yeah. Yeah, and yeah, that does bring back memories. You know, getting on YouTube with the old flip video, you know? Nice. All right. So yeah, it's been a fun ride putting these videos together. I do like this live stream feature, and I really like to see if I can get this go live together feature working well for everyone. Because I think there's a lot of folks out there who got some really good fishing knowledge tips that just can't get the word out. And I think by collaborating with folks, we can certainly get the word out as need be. All right. So that said, I think we're going to call the stream. And again, really appreciate you guys joining. I'm going to go ahead and drop this one. Get back to one camera. Okay. And so with that, again, appreciate you guys joining today. I think I'm looking forward to doing more of these, and who knows, maybe I can do some beforehand, get with some folks to see if they want to join on one of these, and maybe do one of these go live together Q&A sessions. Okay, but for those that just got on, pretty much just went over a suggested fly rod, fishing reel, fishing combo that I would use. Bottom line, the rule of thumb that I've noticed is 9 foot fly rod is a good one to start out with, and then from a particular equipment is to focus more on the fly line, and then the fly rod, and then the reel, unless you are fishing for a particular fish that you're going to need that drag. But for the most part, there's a lot of fish that I very rarely find a fish on the reel when I'm fly fishing. Then we also talked about some ultralight bait casting and whatnot, some different lures and things that, well, that I didn't do so well in yesterday's fishing trip, but it's a fun time. All right, next time, we'll catch y'all later, but good luck and good fishing.